February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. And with that, I say hello, everyone, and welcome back to not Detective Pheonix Wright, Ace Attorney Pheonix Wright, where last time we played, we had that big trial with. Well, we only had Angel Star as a witness, right? However, she was on that podium for like an hour and a half straight. I am impressed how long that took. Not in a good sense. Oh gosh, that one. Also, Emma? Was that her name? I don't remember. It's been a bit. A little bit. But like, she looks down. Why? Well, I guess that is. The sister's still not very guiltless, right? But it's a weird case so far, so I'm kind of looking forward. Emma, there you go. I was right. Mr. Wright. What? Are trials always like this with you? Yes. Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much, yeah. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. Ooh. So we gotta go slow at it. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently you got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So this is where we turned this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. How are you? They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it will fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. I thought I would come and take a look, see how at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm too late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a reporting enemy territory. That hard to sleep. Oh, that's hard to sleep out there. Oh, my nose. I was trying to not breathe, and that made my nose very itchy for a second. What is going on over there anyway? And the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, eh, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutors tasting mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall, this whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just speed all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her tender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the reward ceremony that afternoon, Edge was seeing it too, I would reckon. What does that mean? The photo taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. Weird. So Miss Star wasn't mistaken? Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. To be honest, the new characters are really weird. So what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Woo-wee! February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Yeah. I thought we were gonna have like an investigation time, but nope. They do mean back-to-back trial, which is interesting. That was the first time when that happened so far. I would like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, and you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are looking very puppy. This can't happen. I don't know what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Now then, I believe it is time we continue on with this trial. During our recess, I had... Oh, it is unacceptable. Okay. I think our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me. Knock, knock. Who's there? Who are you? What's with this guy? What's with this music? Is he a vampire or something? Also, his cross on the tie. That looks so funny. A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees since when a man came in. What? Who on earth is he? Also, is it that hot? What? Oh, it's you. Stop with the blank stare at this man. I don't know what you guys want from me. Oh, hey. Sorry I'm late, Aji. Thought I was packed, excuse me. A long time no see, hey Aji. How you been so much these days? Oh, hello. No, I've been quite busy. Oh, busy, smeezy, Aji, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Oh, yes, indeed. Aji, that seems to be his nickname for the judgy. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, bud. Who are you? Oh, so you're radio, eh, Tony? I've heard good things about you, son. Hey, thanks. So sorry about our little boy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little wolf. Little Wolfie. Edgeworthy. Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? The chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Why is he looking at me with those eyes? Why is he looking at me? Name's Gunt. Damon Gunt. Pleased to meet you, everyone. Oh, so, what do we do? Oh, this honor today, sir? It's been over, 2 years since you came to this poor courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy over here. Look at the poor fella. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. It didn't look like the same color at all. Wait, how? Did we lose the image? We lost the photo. They removed my photo that we had of that thing. Oh no, that's bad. What do you think it was stuffed in that exhaust pipe? Oh, little boy, this car, no less. Because that color of the muffler is the same color as the car, and yet it didn't look to be in the photo, so that's weird. It's quite embarrassing, really, even for us. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Is that... No, it can't be Edgy's sword. Knife. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Now, Mr. Edgewood? How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your exact investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, were they... I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Oh, didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistake in that signature. Is there? Miles Edgewolf? That's not fair. On the day of the crime I had... Oh, your head's in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I would expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss of words. Yeah, really weird. That is kind of a major blunder is unlike you, Miss Edgeworth. All this court accepts this new evidence, but I would like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I would like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it for me, I wonder? Well, yes. I think all you have to do is push that switch and... Oh, no. If I curl my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I curl my finger, I wouldn't be able to point at the people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and you open it. Fine. I'm not moving, by the way. That's the game moving. It's very, very, very slowly. Because I would have gone to the left. That would have been like instantly, right? There's like a little bit dirt over here. There's a sign over here. What does it say over here? SL92. There's a small tag on the knife. It seems to say SL92. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6, the DL6 incident frame. But it's strange. What is? I'm not certain, but I've got the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this somehow. The not pig, not notepad. The little note that we saw on the car. That's where the blade comes out of. And that's then just a thingy like that. And then if you press this, holding that away from your body. Xing! Whoa, don't scare me like that. I don't want to scared. Screaming at me like that. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Why is it chipped off? Switchblade knife found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. That's the knife that she hurt herself with. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? I want to split between the prosecutor. What is that? Oh yeah. I want to split between the prosecutor and police and this knife. Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Department in disorder. Let's see if we can make him crack. This knife is special, I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Wait. What did you just say? Another murder was done? There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush information, Naji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Oh, wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Yeah. I do remember at the very start we saw two, like, stabbing animations, right? Order. Indeed, anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might as well have assumed. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are very slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Okie dokie. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Department in disorder, yeah. First things first. Found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Since they now opened this up for me, okay, I can't do anything with it. Okay. I thought I could like check what blood that is, right? Because that is really weird. And there is the other one. SL9! SL9! I knew it. It's not 52, 675 or 61S, right? It's SL9, the 221. Interesting. I don't have the other papers that they had together. It's okay. Can't be that then. I wonder, was that always broken or did it break this year? Let's continue. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife and anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, YDO! But I can't say that now. Not that. We established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. So, now why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? Well, that's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. I gotta see out. Whoa. Okay, not that far away. I gotta see afterwards if that is this thing, right? We'll see. I think for now, that's like the first thing I'm gonna be asking afterwards. This knife was found at the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? Oh, see, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Radio. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife where we can, right? Righto? Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. Perhaps the pieces are starting to fall into place. Should try presenting the piece of evidence that had me stumped all this time. So how were things down at the department? That was a bad day at the department. We weren't in any shape to do any investigating. Something happened at the department too, huh? Well, you got a good look in your eyes there, Mario, my boy. Sharp. Hungry. Oh, something that happened. Why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? Don't do that. No matter, I understand you were busy, what with Landis' case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Well, a detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? Oh, that's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Judgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator, do you have at least a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrest them, in fact. Just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you can help us, Radio. I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, well, here's the deal. I will tell you one thing and one thing only. Oh, we already know this. When, or is it 5:15? Where is the police department? How did they die? Well, how was the detective killed? Oh, how was he killed? Now that's an interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. Well, that's a spirit we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean by that? There was more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. I'm going to have to press a bit harder this time. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? 5 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, ain't it? A murder the prosecutor plays at and a murder the owl plays at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? I think not! This is just my gut feeling, but I would say there's a 0.001 chance of that happening. Chief Gunn, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it. How can you say that there's no connection? Well, how? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Radio. You understand? Well, try to understand me, Radio. Well, if you can prove that there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of it. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't have been a coincidence. And that knife! What was it doing over there? I better check this knife out. Sorry about that. But yeah, there's the knife, and then there is... Please tell me that this is the right spot. Yes! Yes! Wait a second. Whoa, at last, an honest to goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Oh, no, honest to goodness, what do you mean for Mudgy? Well, this is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? But here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 1s, 12, 2? No. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside down? The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? 221. Oh! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9, that's the same thing that was written on the knife tag. Order, order. Well, Chief? Ooh. Oh, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Radio. I win. What game was this guy playing? Well, we're playing Ace Attorney, Pheonix Wright. So far. This knife was evident in the case. It was stolen from the department evidence room. That was a... Oh. This knife was evident in the case. It was stolen from the department evidence room. That one is new, right? So let's see, what does this have for us here now? So this knife was stolen? Oh yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evident, you say, but was it in fact a murder weapon? Oh, nice, nice, nice. Good show, little Woody. It was a murder weapon indeed. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgewolf's car. How to think there isn't a connection there? Wait. I'm theorizing currently, like the I don't think the corpse was in here yet, but only like maybe a note that says check the muffler, right? Which is why she was talking then afterwards, like on the muffler or about the muffler, right? And then as that happened, she checked the muffler, removed the muffler with the knife in it, opened it, and cut herself. That's why she has that wound on her hand. But then it doesn't makes sense why it has blood on the shoe. I guess the blood that was then on the knife, they put on the shoe. Because like the biggest thing about the shoe that makes me the most like suspicious of it is the fact that it is squeaky clean. But only has Lana's blood in here, right? And then on the bottom it has like a huge puddle. But on this side, nothing. That's not how it would walk. But I've imagined like all of this would be blooded with his own blood. But anyway, hard to think there isn't a connection there. Oh, wait. What did he say? I've forgotten. On the day of the murder was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgewolf's car. There isn't a connection there. I feel like we need to do something here, right? I'm not finding anything, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask here again a couple of times. Where was it found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say that the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second, I have heard of it. The evidence room, didn't they just mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was evident in the case. It was stolen from the department evidence room. That's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go out to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gaunt to testify about the details. We do? No! I'm stuck again! What do you mean? Right? You gotta tell me more! Chief, the defense position is simply... Oh, I just needed to... Okay. Fine, I'll go get my my HP back. Okay. Let me just... skip through this, blah 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 blah. We already had that. You tell one thing where the thing was found. The evidence room. Hope you guys don't mind me spamming my my A and B button. Chief, the defense position is simply this: the connection between the two cases has already been proven. When you don't say, well then, out with it, Radio. What is your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. We also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Oh, yes? Yes, indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. What do you say? You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. But wasn't it yesterday? Chief, I requested you release your information on the victim at the police department. Oh, I see, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet. And all... Can we get the information unofficially? Sure. Why not? It's unofficial after all. But really? Who would have guessed? You just needed to ask. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Oh, and then we got stuck back in here. Wait, do we know someone? Is it? No, it can't. Is it Goodman? Because the one thing that I'm like very distracted by is the fact that the police department is the only thing that's like bright red, you know? About the thingy. Let me hold it. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get out what I can out of him. The victim's ID number. Okay, well, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not that you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. Well, keep a tight lid on the ID number, so don't go to getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. Wait, shoot. 5842189. It's the same person that died. It's Goodman. Well, that's quite long. I have to remember these. It drives me nuts. It's 854. 289, right? 2189. Okay. I have forgotten the one. You didn't even get the first number right. No, it did. 8. I forgot the 5 as well. Well, Mr. Wright, does that tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department, 5? It tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does indeed. I think. Meaning? What does it tell me? It tells me what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what her defense has to say. You say that the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? That it's Goodman himself. Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're winning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. And is it news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. Police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number right here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Oh, shame on you, Radio. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. Wait, this means what exactly? Huh? Oh wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. Well, that started with A2. I've forgotten. You get the first number right again. The number the chief of the police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, right? What does this exactly mean? Well, that's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Sharp as a tag, Radio. Sharp as a tag. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim here. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time and in a completely different location? Oh, that was a wrong accent for him. Order, order, order. Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I am the prosecutor in charge of the case. Oh, now, wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours. What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha. It's the weird guy. His hand is bloody. Hurt. Excuse me, but it's Mr. Edward. I know where the plane is. I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, he didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. They said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Miss Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Actually, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. It seems challenged. Emma, what the? In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, and worthy. But sir, you could have submitted the report this morning onto court as evidence, and then I hate when it does that stare. No such luck this time, worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. Oh, what? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, Oh, well, Mr. Wright. Well, it's rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit the list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report was not a list. And so, what does that mean? I couldn't submit the evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Radio over there. Good job, Radio, my boy. I was just doing my job. No. No! Thank you, phone. Well, it seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Morty, what with all those rumors. You were even the defendant's chair this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened if it's the last thing I do. Oh, you better get results this time, really. You have my... Sorry about that. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Well, no, I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I'll grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it is not decisive. Very well then, court is adjourned, and we've done for today. Oh, bit of a shorter one today. Not bad. I still was like struggling there at the middle, like really harshly, thinking I had to present a big case thingy, but nope. We just wait. Are these gonna be like always with a trial film and trial ladder? I hope not, because that's gonna turn it into like a 12-part episode. That'd be. Woo, that'll be a little bit rough. But anyway, it's gonna be it then for today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And the next time we're gonna be investigating again. Trying to find whatever is happening, because I have I do have some ideas, but like that's more like a theorizing kind of thing. It's like, oh, Lana is getting, what do you call it? Blamed for the murder of Goodman, even though like Goodman got killed on the evidence room, as they've already said. And the death that like in the car, but that's not the real one. And it was actually like the corpse just got like brought from the police department down to the prosecution office, right? Or the garage rather, or parking station, whatever. And we're gonna have to like have a conversation, I think, in the future where it's gonna be like, but what happened? It can't have been the same, you know? It's like Ilana couldn't have killed Goodman because she was there, but then everyone's like, but maybe she was on the other side. But like, it's a 30-minute from the police department to the parking. Like, wait, Edgy came from the. Edgy did the crime, helped the crime out without even noticing. Someone murdered Goodman in the evidence room, brought him down to Edgy's car, put him in the trunk, whatever, as that guy was like bleeding out, put the note sticker on the trunk. I don't think it did something on the muffler. Maybe? Not sure. I guess we'll see that next time, right? So then, everyone, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and hope you guys are looking forward to day 2, the investigation. Hope it goes well. Bye.